What up, it's Brandon here. Welcome to 10 beginner tips for rollerbladers. If you're watching this video, you're making the absolutely amazingly great choice of starting rollerblading. And once you watch this video, you should learn some really good tips on getting started. Anyway, jumping right into it, and number one, first thing you want to do is get some protective gear. Now, I would recommend getting everything you can. This means helmets, knee pads, wrist guards. Get as much as you can, as much as available for you, and then you can work out what works for you best. I think the most important part of all of it though is the helmet. I do highly recommend doing it from the start because it's much easier to skate with protective gear if you've always done it than it is to start doing it later. I know it's definitely not the norm to wear helmets and stuff when you skate. I know even myself, I only just started wearing helmets, but it makes so much sense to wear a helmet. I know way too many people who have fallen on something stupid and little and had permanent concussions or had to learn to walk again. It's just not worth it. So you should definitely skate with a helmet. Although at the end of the day, there's no rules to rollerblading, so you can do what you want, but I definitely highly recommend wearing protective gear. On top of that, it will just save you a lot of grief and a lot of scars, and you're gonna have a much easier time learning all this new stuff. You're not gonna get anywhere near as injured, and it's gonna make you like skating more, trust me. So get protective gear. Number two, don't rush yourself. If you're just starting skating, you really need to focus on the basics. This means just rolling around. You really want to get really comfortable with rolling around backwards and forwards, turning, stopping. You really want to learn all this, including jumping and even 2-foot manuals. These are all really important and will really help you in the long run. Don't skip the basics. As much as you might want to go out and do something ridiculously hard like skate rails or hand rails and do some grinds, it's going to help you a lot in the long run if you just focus on the basics. And the basics can be a lot of fun by themselves anyway, so don't rush yourself. And tip number three, watch tip tricks. I found this really good one that's just going to help you for learning to roll forward if you're struggling with that. Once you've got all those rolling around basics down, I'm going to recommend as a first grind to learn, you want to either learn the sole or the front side. I know a bunch of good tutorials for that. I've got my own ones. There's also some from Back to Blading, and there's also Aggressimal. They will be linked in the description below, and I highly recommend checking them out. They will help you a lot for learning those tricks. But that's just a recommendation. You might feel more comfortable with a different grind. So once again, there's no rules. It's all up to you. You just gotta try. Okay, number four, get low. This is a big mistake that everyone ever makes when they start rollerblading. They stay quite tall. They don't like to get low. So bend your knees. Make sure you get a little bit low for everything to do with rollerblading. Every trick, you need to be low. You're not going to be standing up tall. Not only will this look a lot cooler, it'll help you out a lot with balance and stability, and it's just an all-around win, so get low. Number five, set goals. I myself, I do a trick list where people actually suggest me tricks and I write it down, and then I aim to do them and I tick them off when I land them. Do this for yourself. Make them reasonable. Write out a list of things you want to learn, and then when you learn them, tick them off. It's a really good way to track your progression, and you won't ever have the days where you feel like you've gotten no better. You'll be able to go back and look at this list and see that you've gotten a lot better. You don't have to physically write them either. There's a ton of note apps on your phone. Just make sure you keep track of these goals and tick them off when you accomplish them. Number six, go to the park early. Try aim to be there at around 7 AM or as close to 7 AM as you possibly can. This is when you're going to get the park mostly to yourself, and it's going to help a lot for learning new things. I still like to do this myself whenever I can. It's definitely a lot easier to learn things without an audience, so get up early, it's worth it. Number seven, be confident. Confidence is key. If I've learned anything over my last 10 years of rollerblading, is that the only thing stopping me from doing a lot of these tricks is doubting myself. So if you go into learning something confident that you're going to be able to do it, you'll be able to do it. It's all on the mindset, trust me, so be confident. Number eight, join the Facebook group Rollerblading and follow the Rollerblading Reddit. These are really great places to ask questions and get feedback and just learn about events happening in the rollerblading scene. These pages are absolutely amazing. Say you have any questions at all, like you don't know if a certain frame can fit in your skate, or you don't even know what a frame is on a skate. Quick post up on either of these pages. Someone's going to help you out. Everyone there is super helpful. You can even post clips of yourself up there, and you should find a lot of good feedback from everyone, and it's a lot of fun. So check them out. They'll be linked in the description. And number 9, use those groups to find your local rollerblading group. What you can do is chuck a post up on either one of these pages asking if anyone skates in your area. And what you'll usually find is there's another group for your local area. There always is. There's rollerbladers everywhere. Trust me. That way you'll be able to join your local crew, and then you're going to get some in-person tips, which are usually much better than the tip trick videos online. As well as that, I know myself, if anyone is new to skating, they post up on the local group. It's like really cool, and I'm really keen to skate with them. So it'll be sick. You'll make some new friends. So go do that. And finally, number 10, have fun. As Ricardo Lino always says,
more important than anything else, don't forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun.
We all started skating because it's fun. At the end of the day, you're out there doing this to have fun. I know I definitely have days where I really forget that I'm doing this for fun, and those are the worst days. If you go out there and just don't take it too seriously and just have a good time, you're gonna have a much better time. And it's rolling. There's no rules. There's no set way to do any of this. No one has any right to tell you you're wrong. And that's the best part about rollerblading. We have like 20 different names for each grind, and no one's wrong because no one's right. So, anyway, that's my 10 tips for beginners. I hope that helped you guys out. Let me know if you have any questions at all regarding the rollerblading or anything that I didn't answer in this. I'll definitely help you out in the comments. But that's going to do it for today. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. I post new videos up to 3 times a week, but not always. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Huge shout out to my patrons, Deb, Dennis, and Jason. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday at a mini ramp. Ooh, peace out.